Hello! Welcome back to Ghostlight RPGs presents Zoa Stardust. My name is Justin Barron. I am your game moderator, and my pronouns are he, him. Let's go ahead and introduce the rest of the team. Let's start with Brad.
Oh, thank you, Justin. I am Brad, he, him. I play Chomper, also he, him, and Flip, he, him. My fun fact of the day is there is another mystical item that is similar to the Dustbuster, the weapon that Chomper carries as his signature asset, that is a shield type item made of the same quality metal that the Dustbuster is made from. It's been missing, though, since the early parts of the original war before the comet hit Zoa. I will toss that to Emma now.
Thank you, Bradley. Hi, I'm Emma, she, her, and my pronouns for my character Skipper are she, they. My fun fact today about Skipper, the otter, is that Skipper actually holds the title for the fastest swimmer in the Sun Glaze Reef area. Every summer, there is a triathlon type event where there's a swimming component and like a racing component and probably a flying component if you can fly. And Skipper holds the record for the fastest swimmer ever in the Sunglaze Reef. And I'm gonna throw it over to Annie.
Hello, everybody. My name's Annie Schwaner. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Kira Swiftfoot, also she, her. And my fun fact today is about cheetahs. So, kind of thinking about Kira and her sisters, how they were like these warriors for the queen. It's interesting to hear that cheetahs are actually they live solitary, so females, after they have the cubs, the males leave them, and so jerks, they leave them, and the females take care of their young all on their own, and the kids stay with them for about 1 to 2 years as they teach them how to survive and like hunt and stuff like that. But I thought that was pretty cool about these strong female cheetahs. So yeah, go cheetahs. Who's left? My gosh. Rebecca, did we get you yet?
No, we haven't. Hi. I am Rebecca Muñoz, she, her, and I play Milo Reynard, who is he, him. I forgot to have a fact for the day, so I will offer you an animal fact and gesture. So for fennec foxes, they actually can have up to 2 litters per year, and they tend to live in big families. So usually there can be up to like 10 different families of fennec foxes living in one burrow, and they just kind of expand as they go. And so they're actually very social creatures, which is very rare for foxes.
Aww.
And I'm going to throw it back to Justin now. Thank you, National Geographic.
that makes Milo's upbringing even that more like kind of sad.
What? Oh,
If we all had. Never mind. I don't.
Justin.
So
Everybody's got a family story.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Oh no. Sorry.
It's okay. Look, we're all off today. It's Independence Day. Which those of you who celebrate, happy Independence Day. And be kind to pets that you see today because they will hate it. So hug a dog.
Dog.
Let's see, what do we need to do? I will lost my place. So Zoa Stardust is a PG-13 adventure. We do utilize safety tools such as lines and veils and color cards. So let's see, to make sure that we're all comfortable. Sorry, I totally forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, we use these just to make sure that we're all being respectful of each other's boundaries and whatnot, keeping each other safe. That being said, there are a few content warnings, language, violence, possibly more drugs, you never know. I'm in Portland here, so there's always more drugs, and adult situations, perhaps, but nothing graphic. And let's see, we'll talk about a get to know Zoa. We're on D this week. Dodencrest. Okay, let me pull up my document here.
D for document.
D for document. Dodencrest, the tundra biome, the tundra realm. Biome, whatever. So this is another realm on Zoa. And Dodencrest is a mountainous region to the north, wildlands. Unlike the other realms that we've discussed so far, Dodencrest is not very populated. There isn't a ton of metazoa that live there. There aren't a ton of metazoa that live there. It's kind of more of like a lawless territory. It once was a great kingdom, but it has since fallen into ruin after the Dust Wars. It was a big battleground there, and well, story for another time. But now the realm is ruled by different gangs and different class warfare type things going on. The Pike's Mouth family seems to have the biggest stronghold thing.
They have the strongest feet.
Strongest feet. I think foothold is the word I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, great. And so they are a family of polar bears that are basically, I mean, the best way to consider them is like a crime boss, like Magia type thing. I think Magia, never mind. I'm off.
That's Marvel.
Today's gonna be, that's a Marvel
job.
word, right?
Mafia?
Mafia is
going
a
so
real
well.
word. Magia is a Marvel thing that I, because I read so much Marvel, just assumed was a real word.
Nerd.
Oh, wow.
Nerd. But anyway, let's talk about some places of interest in Dodencrest. There's Snowfall, which is a quaint little town. And I say quaint, I should say dangerous, but it's like the only place of solace in all of Dodencrest, really. There are such places as Lucky's Last Chance, which is a little saloon where you could get a warm meal. And the Blizz Cap Casino, run operated by the Pike's Mouth family. There's also Yorinice Castle, which is now in ruins up on top of Stormund Mountain. And then also the Edge of the World is up there. Literally the border of what is considered Zoa, because anybody who goes farther never returns. So nobody really goes farther. So anyway, it is a wild place up there in Dodencrest. If we ever in the future get around to it. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to be talking about here, friends? Are we good on tech?
We've had some plot points awarded in the chat.
Ooh, hit me. Yeah, I can't see the chat, so let's talk about those.
So I think that it was some key gave one to Chomper, the hippopotamus, and also to Kira because she has moves like Jaguar. Oh my gosh, she's got the moves like Jaguar. There we go.
I love that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you,
Ryan, we okay on tech right now? Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The voice of
I don't
God.
think the audience can hear the sweet, sweet dulcet voice,
okay.
dulcet tones of our help today. For anybody who's confused what's happening right now, I am in Portland in a hotel room. As I mentioned last week, I cannot operate out of here. So we have the lovely Kelsey Botwinick-Cruza and Ryan Botwinick-Cruza helping us today. But of course, this is not their usual show, so things happen. But we're all good to go forward. Yeah, I guess before you do, final thing is obviously we're missing our dear friend Darrington today, who is doing okay. He just couldn't join us today, so we wish him love. Wish him love? We give him love. We send him love. And yeah, and hopefully he'll be back next week. So let's go ahead and hit the intro. Zoa Stardust. Count me in.
It looks so good.
Are we back? Okay. I can't see. I don't have the thing on. I don't have the stream on, so I can't see when we're back. Hi, we're back, everybody. There may be a chance we don't have music today. Just bear with us. Look, I'll be home next week. Everything will be back to normal. But again, thank you again to Kelsey and Ryan for helping us today. We literally could not do this without you. You were very, very helpful. Okay. Well, previously on Zoa Stardust. Let's see what my crew has written for me today. The crew of Buckley's Sting took a respite to tend to wounds, check in with each other, investigate mysterious maps, and then accidentally destroy said maps before arriving to the next location of Mr. Zoa. Landing on an unknown alien planet, our heroes have met a village of adorable pink fuzzy wuzzy aliens. It's the best. Yeah, they don't have names, so yeah, you guys can.
Don't give us that power.
Pink fuzzy wuzzy aliens that apparently worship the snake god Ogrum the Humble, who brought protection and life to the planet. However, their info dump has been cut short by a, you say here duo, it's actually quite more than two.
I knew it! Sorry.
But by a group of reptilian birds who are looking for lunch. Can our hero survive? Stay tuned right now. So, yeah, you were all inside this temple, except for Chomper. You were outside the temple.
Sorry, buddy.
And you were getting this info dump, as you put, on Ogrum, who you've come to realize is a basilisk. And these reptilian bird-like creatures that you saw, they look very similar to the ones that were in the on the cave paintings on the walls. Swoop overhead. Chomper, you see they swoop down and just start going at these fuzzy wuzzies. So we stopped there.
Yeah.
Chomper, I'm gonna start with you. You are outside. You called to everybody. I think you called everybody saying something was coming. And sure enough, something has come. So what do you want to do?
How many are scooping up the little?
Yeah, so you see, currently you see 3 of these birds.
How big are they?
They're pretty large. They are, that's a good question. Bigger than you. They are, their bodies themselves are bigger than you. So their wingspan is quite large. They're like giant, like pterodactyl looking things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you got that right, Rebecca. Good job.
Yeah, but they're a little more menacing. They're not. They don't look like dinosaurs. They look like scaled, kind of. I guess dinosaurs are scaled, but they look. No, dinosaurs are feathered. They look. What am I trying to say? They look more. They have like a slender-esque body, but they just look different. Just imagine them in your head.
Okay.
It's different,
My brain
okay?
isn't working.
They're
Great,
just
we got it.
different.
We got it. Different flying lizard bird things. Cool.
Go, Chomper. Go.
Team, we got a situation out here. The little fuzzy wuzzies are getting picked up and gobbled up. Any assistance would be great. Hold on. Which one? Do I have any closest to me of the bird creatures?
Yes, one has landed, and is like, and just like, it's got this long beak, and it's kind of like snatching up fuzzy wuzzies by the few.
Oh, good lord. So I'm gonna take the dustbuster, and I'm gonna try to toss it through one of its wings.
Okay.
And I'm making you a dice.
Yeah, make that attack.
Please don't
At this point, Tennison, without speaking to anyone, or rather, he does speak, and he says, "I'm going to see if I can get a better view." And then he flies up into the air, out of the. Remember, it's an open top temple that you're in here. So he flies up into the air, out of sight. Chomper, what do you do?
I got a 15 with a D8 effect.
15 D8 effect. Killer. Okay. Guess I should probably roll for them. This isn't a check. This is an attack.
It's a trap.
50. Oh, okay. I rolled a 1. If anybody wants to grab that opportunity. Trying to remember, you spend a plot point to buy this 1 in order to give yourself an asset, or technically step up an asset or step down a complication. I would allow you to give yourself an asset if you wanted to. If anybody wants to buy it. Regardless, I failed that roll. Sorry, go ahead, Rebecca.
Oh, I was just, no, it's not important. Go ahead.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the effect die for damage, Brad. And if there's any special effects you wanted to do with it, now would be the time.
Boop, boop. I got an 8 on an 8.
8? Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, go. Sorry.
You and just this thing soars. So the wings are actually kind of like lowered on it because it is on the ground. So it's kind of got like their back like a chicken or something. And you hear this horrible crunch as your dustbuster just smashes through this arm, and just the wing comes completely off. You break it off, and the creature like is it screams in pain and turns back towards you, and starts on its 2 feet, just kind of start rushing towards you. While that's happening, what are the 3 of you inside the temple doing?
Can Chomper use that one to bump up his dustbuster? Or no, he can't use it. Only we can.
No, can't use it for that.
Okay.
I will remind you, those of you who have hero dice as well, those are a thing. So if you ever wanted to replace your effect die with one of your hero dice, you could do that. Just saying.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, Bradley, you got a 15 on your roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a hero die. You get a D6 for that, because
Yay.
I rolled a 6. So 5. You almost got 2 hero dice, but not quite.
You say at the end of the game we get a D6 anyway, too, so everybody should have one from last
Yes,
game.
thank you for reminding me. We talked about that during the last recovery session, off screen, off camera. But at the end of every session, everybody gets a D6 added to their growth pool. Not hero dice, but growth pool.
Shit, then we should have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
How many episodes have we done?
This is our 9th episode.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say just kind of to retroactively catch up on all of the different ones that we've missed, all of the different recovery dice rolls that we forgot to add to the growth pools.
Yeah.
We're all learning the game.
Okay, so I think I want to start running towards Chomper. Okay, I'm gonna go see if Chomper's okay. Do you guys want to start going that way? We gotta get out of the way of these things. I don't know where to tell the Fuzzy Wuzzies to go. Are we calling them that now? I guess we are.
So the temple has like it's open. It has an open area, right? Like there's no lid.
There's no ceiling.
It's a roof. That's what it's called. No lid. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. I had a thought.
Anybody who wants to do something besides Chomper.
Chomper away. So I'm gonna start running towards Chomper, and just see if I can find a way for him to get out of that big battle that's going on right now.
You rush back through the halls of the temple, and eventually emerge back out on the staircase that goes up. And yeah, you see there's one that's wounded. There's 2 other of these birds that are, one of them's in the sky and one of them another one has landed over by one of these hovels where the Fuzzy Wuzzies are trying to take cover, and it is gobbling them up as they're trying to run inside. And I'm sorry, you also see one more flying up in the sky, and you see Tennison is shooting at it with his Tucanai dust shot.
Oh, God.
They're having a little bit of an aerial battle up top.
Okay. Chomper, we got to get you out of here. We need to get people inside this temple as much as they can, and you need to find your way around because you can't fit through. And so I'm going to try to scout and look around and see if there's a way for him to get around to where we're at to make it to like that opening part, I guess. I don't know. Is there a way in for him to get through? Gotta make a roll.
Yeah, you don't need to make a roll. There, he can. I mean, the thing is, he trying to like get inside through like respectful means would be hard, but he could just like
Kool-Aid
push
man
his way through. Yeah, Kool-Aid man it through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I will throw it out there that I do have a flashbang grenade, if that's helpful in this
I mean,
situation.
why do we want to get him into the temple if there's no roof?
Because we
We're
got to
basically
start
sitting
going,
in we're sitting in a cereal bowl.
We need to start
like-
going towards the basilisk. We need to start getting towards him, her, it. I don't know. They.
Well, I mean, if that's the
Should we-
case, can I
should
just
we-
go around? If it's
Shouldn't we help them first? Like, shouldn't we kill the birds? Like, why are we running away?
I'm talking to you the whole. I'm trying my best, Milo. As I'm like, I'm gonna yell to any of the Fuzzy Wuzzies to try to get them into the temple, like because there's some sort of cover, right? No,
Well,
there's
only
no
like
cover
in
at
the
all?
there's only in the
tunnel.
hallways, but it's no better cover than what they have in their little huts.
All right, then let's just go, Chomper. Like I can't help them all.
It's all right,
All
Kira.
right.
You don't have to help everyone.
Doing great, sweetie.
I'm gonna take a blast at the.
So I
Screw
will
it.
mention Kira. Kira, there is one coming towards Chomper right now, and by proxy you.
All right, after all this chaos, and she's gonna try to blast it jumping towards.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack there. Skipper and Milo, what are you two doing?
Milo's going to pull out his dust shot, and he is actually, how far away is the one that's like by the villagers gobbling them up, like by the village?
If
How
you
far away
run
is that?
out, if you're running out outside by where Kira is, it's I don't know measurements. It's like 50 feet, we'll say.
Could I get there, like in one turn?
Sure. Yeah, we don't. Who cares about distance in this game? There's no distance meters.
Fantastic. Okay. I'm gonna build a roll, but what Milo's going to do is he's going to pull out his blade, and I'm going to try and use jumping bean to jump onto the one that's eating them and get on its back, so I can start stabbing it where it can't get me.
Hell yeah!
Do
In
it.
true Ryan Botwinick who's a fashion, you're going to try and get on the back of something and stab it.
Yes.
Fantastic. Go ahead and start rolling for that. Let's go back to Kira. You are shooting.
Do we have a Dustbuster asset, or no? That's just
It's not an asset unless
Okay,
you want to
okay.
create one for it. Yeah.
okay. Okay.
It's just inclusive in your roll.
All right, then we'll roll. Come on. Okay. We do have a 1. I'm gonna try to. Oh gosh. All right. So that's a 10 with a D8 effect die.
Oh my gosh, I'm rolling like
What?
crap.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Yay!
I also rolled a 1.
Okay.
If
Does
anybody
it
wants to
cancel
buy
out?
it. They do not.
Dang it.
I will buy that.
You will buy that? Okay.
I will buy that. I am out of points, but I will buy that.
Do it.
Okay. And decide on what you want, what asset you want to create with it. It's a D6, so you create an asset at a D6 level.
Okay.
Kira, you are gonna get a heroic dice because I rolled a 4. Your 10 does beat my 4 by 5 or more, so you get a D10 heroic die added to your pool.
Wow.
I will add, you guys. I want to remind you, you can only have 1 die of each type. So if you already have a D10, it gets bumped down to a D8.
Okay.
Um,
Remind me when those hero die come into play. Sorry.
you can use them in place of your effect dice.
Oh,
so like
okay.
if you roll and you're like, oh, I only have a D6 for an effect,
That's
you could
amazing.
instead use a heroic dice as a.
Okay.
And how do
substitute.
you use the growth what does that do? The growth pool?
The growth pool is only for when we're done with the session and we want to level up your character.
Okay, nifty. I am rolling.
But you add to the growth pool anytime you overcome a complication, or challenge a trait.
That is a 15 with a D10 effect, and I did roll a 1, and I'm going to use that asset thingy.
Okay.
That I just bought.
15 D10 effect. You did roll a 1. Okay. So let me finish Kira real quick. So Kira, you get a D10 heroic die. So you are just you're shooting. It doesn't shoot super rapidly, but you're like yeah. And you do go ahead and roll your effect die, Annie.
Okay.
To see how much damage you do to it.
Alrighty. Come on, buddy. Come on. 6. Nice.
Okay. 6. Hell yeah, dude. So you it is like and then you hit it right in the chest and it just falls forward. You try to jump out of the way. It lands and it kind of pins your foot to the ground. That is going to be your 1 there. Your complication I'm giving you is you are stuck.
Okay.
And it's a D. What die did you roll for that one?
Oh, it was.
What was your one on?
Shoot, I didn't have it. I think
That's
it was
right.
a
We'll call
D. It was a D6 or a D8. If you want to use the D8,
We'll call it a 6. That's fine.
Okay.
So stuck, D6, Kira. Okay, you are stuck. Meanwhile, Milo, you like almost like a little man. Every time it's just in my mind.
It's the best example.
It's gonna be Yoda from Attack of the Clones. And it's just like, you just like hop up, spinning. You almost like skirt the side of this wing, and then land right on the neck, on the back of this thing. You are much smaller than it, but you take out your dust blade and sink it in. Let's find out how much if you actually. I never actually rolled for this one. What was your total?
That was a 15, yeah, with a D10 effect.
All right, yeah, I got a 14. So you do succeed. D10 effect, and my die is lower. So so go ahead and roll your D10. Let's see how much damage you do.
Get it. Come on.
Get it.
High numbers.
Oh, 2.
2. Okay. You do 2 damage to it. And you also rolled a 1, if I remember correctly.
I did.
So this thing with you on its back, you sink your sword, your dust blade into it, and it immediately kind of like throws its back, and then just takes off into the sky. And you are riding on the back of this thing. I'm going to give you a complication here that is, oh boy. I'm going to say... is a complication being stuck on the back of a flying
airborne?
So
yeah, because I'm not used to that.
Yeah,
I gotta not fall off.
Yeah, we'll say airborne. And what was the die you rolled the 1 on?
That was a. Shoot. Hang on.
Sorry, I should ask you guys this first.
That's okay. That was a D8.
Okay, D8 airborne Milo, complication. Okay.
Tame that thing.
So
Skipper.
Make it your own.
So have all of the flying lizards been attacked so far? Tennison's fighting one in the air.
Yes. Milo is attacking another one now in the air. Kira and Chomper just defeated one, and there's one more that has not been touched yet.
Where is that one? Is it in the air or on the ground?
It was in the air, but we'll say it is swooping down towards the ground and kind of picking them up as it goes. So
Skipper is going to try to get its attention to distract it so it doesn't eat any more of the fuzzy wuzzies. She's going to go out of the temple and be like, hey, you, big stupid head, you over there with the ugly face, come get me, if you can. And is going to run away and try to get it to follow her.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, let's make me a roll of some kind to try and get its attention, just because
I'll throw a rock at it. No, I'll
there
hit it with my
are-
death shot. I'll hit it with my death shot to get its attention.
Okay, sure. Well, then just make me an attack then. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, while she's taunting it, she's going to hit it with her death shot. Let's see. Hey,
Fantastic.
Justin, will you remind
Yes.
me if we do like the lower die for one of our attributes, is that like if it's something that is working to our disadvantage? Like
It
if
is.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
you get
use
a plot
it.
point from it.
Okay,
Do
I'm
it.
gonna use Skipper's recklessness to her disadvantage in this moment.
Perfect.
I love
But
Give
if
yourself a plot point for
and
that.
agility. Okay, I'll do that before I forget. I have 2 plot points now. I'm gonna say protector for this one since I'm trying to protect people. Oh no, I don't think this is gonna go well. Just letting you know.
Character development.
And I guess I'll use 1 plot point of my 2 plot points to add at least 1 more die so that I have more than 3 in the pool. I'll
pool.
add my alertness to that. Okay, and I'm rolling. See me rolling.
Good,
Oh,
good.
okay.
Good.
So I'm going to do an 8 and a 7 for my total
Oh, girl.
15 with with
15.
an effect of a d6.
Oh.
Hells yes.
Solid.
Okay. Well, in true fashion of the morning, I rolled like shit once more. I rolled a 5 this time. With a 15, you
Gosh.
actually beat me by 2 heroic dice. So what that means is you will take my biggest die and step it up by 1. My biggest die was a D10, so you get a D12 added to your heroic dice pool.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
My
I
first
also-
heroic die.
I also rolled a 1. Again. These things have multiple opportunities to hurt themselves, which I guess makes sense with how I'm doing.
Can
Rebecca,
I buy that one from you?
you
for a plot
absolutely
point?
can. And before you
Then
tell me
I'm
what you're
doing
going to do with it, I need to remember, Rebecca, you bought a 1 earlier and
I
had an
did.
asset built. What was that asset that you wanted to create?
Oh, I was hoping that maybe Milo like got in the eye and blinded it in one eye at least because it's only a d6. So
Yeah. yeah.
I've never really. No, sorry if that's weird.
No, you're good. That's great. I'm yeah, so it's gotta, yeah, that totally works. So as you know, your first stab into it hit its eye, and then you pulled out and stabbed its back. So that is a 1d6 complication, or asset rather, for you. Let's call that a complication actually
Okay.
on it. So it has a complication, it is blinded. So anytime you roll to attack against it, you can add that d6 to it, and use it to your advantage. Cool.
Cool. Thank you.
I'll try to remind you that. Okay, so Emma, what are you doing with yours?
Can I make a complication too
Yeah.
for it? I want the complication to be that it's so mad that it's like steaming and it is more prone to like maybe you do stupid things or not notice things because it's just like enraged.
Okay. Yeah, it's reckless.
Reckless, yeah.
Complication, reckless. And that was a d6 as well.
Yes.
Great. So you can also add that to your roll whenever you roll against it. Or yeah.
And I should remind you that I also have some complications still. I
Okay,
have
what are they?
the- Hit on the head is a D8 and headache is a D8.
Okay, and did you step them both down between sessions?
I did not, but I will do that now.
Cool.
So D6 for both.
Good.
Cool. Yeah, we kind of lost the thread of Chomper's back being broken, by the way. But
Okay.
I think
I mean, it
you
was
just
so long ago, I've stepped it down. To,
you healed it up, yeah, since
yeah,
then.
you
So
healed
okay, that was
Yeah,
one of
poor
those big
Chomper.
ones. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, Skipper, you shoot it and it, and then it just kind of like, and you like it doesn't even notice that it's like its foot like smashes into a boulder and like hurts. It is just just recklessly rushing towards you.
And I run away, of course. I run away.
Of course.
Man,
So you run
match
into the little like iridescent jungle a bit.
Oh, I run into the jungle. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna make a roll for this then, because I want to roll this since agility is like Skipper just like feels like they're the fastest person in the world.
Yeah.
So when I run into the jungle, I get a 17 with a D10 effect die, because I am the fastest mother something. PG-13.
PG-13.
Oh, are we doing that?
Oh my gosh! I rolled 2 more ones. So I
I'm
only
gone.
brought certain dice with me to Portland, and obviously
You
I
made a
chose the
mistake.
wrong one.
No, you chose the right one.
They're perfect. Don't change them ever.
So wait, what'd you get? A 17?
With the D10 effect.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
fast.
I got an 8 with the D10 effect. So, and 2 1s if anybody wants to claim those. You can also spend a plot point. So Emma, if you wanted to, you could spend a plot point to up that complication on it to make it
I
matter.
don't have a plot point to spend.
Okay,
but thank
no
you.
worries.
I'll
Yep.
take
The hero die from that, right?
I will
Kira?
take one of those. I will take one of those to help getting unstuck, bring down my
Okay, yeah.
complication.
I like that. So, you do get another hero die, a D10 this time, Emma. Let's go to Kira next then. So you're gonna buy one of those, spend a plot point,
Yeah.
and step down your stuck to a D4, which means you just add it to your next roll and then it goes away. So what are you doing as you're kind of trying to shift yourself out from underneath this monster?
I'm going to see if I have, like, I could grab a stick or something, and I'm gonna try to push it down to try to get a little bit of the body up so that I can pull my foot out. So I will roll for that. Oh, good gosh.
So add the D4 to it.
Okay, I will. Oh my goodness. Little help, Chomper. No, don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Oh, I'm busy here, Kira. Sorry.
Yeah, we all
Doing
are.
it yourself.
I believe in you.
You got this.
I do realize I could probably help you. That's
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably live
Who
with this
has
easily.
the who's holding the relic at this moment, by the way?
Oh,
Tennison?
Tennison was.
Tennison
Is it? Or is it?
Oh, what's
Tennison.
Tennison?
It is Tennison.
Okay, cool.
Wait, what? Why?
Nothing.
Oh,
no.
he's got
I
that
rolled
look.
2 1s.
You rolled 2 1s?
Coming back to find
Alright,
us.
what'd you get?
All right, let's do a. Oh gosh, it's only a 5 and a 3. So, oh no, okay, 5 and a 4. So 9, and then a D8 effect. Let's do that.
Okay. This is to
Goodness
try and break free.
gracious. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, well, you are able to kind of shimmy yourself out from there, but before you can, like, you're making your way and it's gonna be fine. You're just taking too long, and you kind of stand up on one foot and you start trying to pull your other foot out, and then from above, just snatched up.
Dude.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy both of those ones from you. So that's
Go
2 plot
for
points for you. What were they? What were the dice?
All right, so it is a D8 and a D4.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll those 2, and you're gonna take some damage here.
So my complication of stuck goes away.
Yes, and
But
you have
now
no more
I have to do
complications. You're
something
taking
else.
damage instead.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Let's
Well,
go,
I didn't roll well, so take 5 points of damage
That's still,
as this thing just snatches you up, rips you free from being stuck, and has you in the air now as you're kind of dangling out of its mouth. Your lower half is kind of like in its mouth, and your upper half is kind of like flailing in the sky as you are
All right.
there.
Shoot.
It's going well, guys.
Okay, Milo or Chomper?
We should have ran.
Chopper, do you want to do a reactionary?
Yeah. Hold on. 1, 2 more. I want to take my Dustbuster and throw it at the neck of the dickhead that's flying up with my friend.
Sure.
Which one?
Real quick before you do, I just want to remind Kira, you did overcome a complication that started at a D6, so add a D6 to your growth pool.
Okay. I'll take it.
Anybody else? Nobody else has overcome completely a complication yet, so never mind. Okay, we're good. Keep going, Chomper. So you're throwing a Dustbuster at which one?
The one that has Kira, because Kira's the one that's closest to. She just got damaged rather than Milo.
Yeah, I will also add, y'all, that these creatures, everybody had one accounted for. I mean, they were all accounted for. You're not sure where this one came from that snatched up Kira. It's a new one.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
There's more.
So there seem to be more coming. Go ahead.
So I got a 7 with a D10 effect, but I also rolled a 1.
Okay. Well, I also rolled a 1. If anybody wants to step up or step down their complications or whatever. But I got a 15. So your attack falls short as you and it just soars to the side, you miss. And let's see. I think your complication actually is going to be that the Dustbuster, as it is coming back towards you, it smashes into the side of another one of these flying creatures, impacts and go down together, and you are without your Dustbuster for the moment.
Question: can I bump up if I buy that one? Can I bump up a die? Like, could I bump up my vigor roll for? No. Okay, that's fine.
No, that'd be cool, but no.
I was like, that'd be really cool.
That'd be a little too cool.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, unfortunately not. But yeah, the only way to boost those are to either with special effects or to challenge that trait, and actually that wouldn't even boost it up. That would just triple it. So
okay.
Other than that, you just have to grow as a person. You just have to grow.
That's fine. Then. Oh gosh.
Hang on a second, Kira. Before you go, hang on. Let me finish up. Milo needs to take a turn real quick.
Oh, so for my complication, I need to add a D8 or subtract a D8. Like, how do I put that into my roll?
So this is you're saying a complication on you, right? So
yeah, because I'm airborne.
I will.
You're
add
gonna
it
roll
to
it.
my roll against you.
Okay, then Milo is.
You do.
He is going to try and take down this bird again, and he's going to try and chop the head off again. Okay.
Chop it ahead.
Chop it ahead. We're going to chop it ahead.
So yeah, I added D8. However, you added D6 to your roll because you blinded it.
Oh, okay.
So however you want to add your dice pool, add an extra D6 because it is currently blinded and bleeding out of one eye. Okay. And it adds a D8 because you're not used to being airborne.
Okay. I am going to do math real quick because that is going to be hard. Okay. So that is a... okay, so that's a 13 with a D10.
Okay. I got an 11 with a D8. So you succeed.
Yay.
Go ahead and roll your D10 to see how much damage you do. Excuse me.
Why? 2. It hates like I keep rolling 2s for my thingies. This is stupid.
Sucks, yeah.
I'm in the air. He's just like
So yeah.
Sneak is off.
He's still got a good amount of life. Although he is blinded and you are stabbing him in the back repetitively, it just doesn't seem to be doing the trick. You're hitting like a really fatty part of the body, apparently.
God dang it.
It continues soaring. I realized I haven't really been giving these guys turns. I've just been reacting to your turns. So I'm gonna give the monsters a turn real quick. I call them monsters. They're just creatures. They're just creatures preying on prey, like one does. Yes.
I forgot to say in my roll I did a hinder for one of my things. So does that mean I get a plot point? Because I'm completely out.
Yeah, you did a D4 instead of a D8.
Yeah.
Yep. Give yourself
Okay.
a plot point then. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I forget to say things.
Okay, so this is on oh boy. Who am I? Kira. This is on you. Go ahead and roll me like a defensive maneuver as you're getting chomped on here.
Okay.
And I do get no. There's no complications for you, so it's just that. And then well, that one's being waited on. This one's gonna be on. This one's gonna be on Skipper.
What?
As you are running, this creature behind you, it doesn't really care right now. It just wants to eat you. So it just launches itself forward, just extending its neck, trying to gobble you up. So make me a defensive maneuver against that.
Okay, I've got it ready. I'm just gonna try to, speed myself up and get out of there. So I'm rolling, and I'm using the complication that it had that you gave me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Cool.
no. Wait.
Kira, what did you get for yours?
Oh, there it is.
Okay, well, I rolled a 1 and 2 2s, so that's a 4. But I'm gonna use that. Well, that probably wouldn't help. It wouldn't help to use that D10 as my effect die, would it? I don't have another dice for an effect die.
Right. You could use a hero. Well, it's not. I'll tell you. Let me give you a little secret here, Annie. It's not gonna matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Because
So
you
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to use
too
it now.
low.
Exactly. So I don't want to use it.
So I got a 12 against you there.
Good
So I'll go ahead and roll my damage here
Okay.
on you.
Question: can I use my grit my teeth right now, or after you roll?
Yeah, remind me what it does.
Okay, grit your teeth. When you drop below 10 life points, you may spend 2 plot points to roll your vigor die and regain that many life points, and then step up your vigor and willpower for the remainder of the scene.
Hell yeah, dude. I forgot
I'm
to
at
give you that.
5 points, so
So I guess you'll do it after this damage.
okay. Unless I die.
2 damage.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and give yourself. Go ahead and grate your teeth as you. What's Kira thinking as she is? I mean, you grate your teeth. What are you thinking in that moment?
I think she feels the pain, and she just starts thinking about all her friends who are down below, and she sees, Milo and Tennison and Chomper and Skipper and Max and her parents and everything, and she's like, I need to get out of here because I have other people to save. This is not the end. And so she's going to really grit her teeth and try to talk herself through this. I only have a D4 as a vigor, so let's roll it and see how many hit points I regain. 1. Good. Okay, so not much, but
But then your vigor and
yes, willpower get
willpower are boosted up for the rest of the session.
boosted. Okay. That's good.
Helpful. Yeah. Yeah.
So your girl's looking pretty rough.
Here's the thing though too. I mean, and I just want to throw this out there to you. I mean, going through an experience like this might change your trait statement on vigor or willpower.
Yeah.
At some point in this session, you might boost that up at some point.
I'm thinking about it. Yep.
Okay. Cool. So Skipper, what did you get?
I got a 13 with a D4 effect die, and I rolled a 1.
Okay, I got a 13 as well, and I'm the attacker, and I'm trying to remember. In D&D, the defender is the one that I got a D10 effect.
Your effect is higher than mine. I feel like that would maybe be the deciding factor.
Yeah, well, sure, we'll call that.
Sounds right.
That works for me.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Well, then I'm gonna roll my D10. 8.
Ooh.
8 points of damage as this thing does. Its neck is longer than you imagined it to be. It's kind of like an ET neck, and it just extends out and just catches you right on the tush, and just sucks you back, and you are inside its mouth.
Oh, good.
Yay!
Chomper and Milo. I'm not sure which of you.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Chomper the Tennison, see if you can fly that blasted creature that you're fighting into the one that Milo's on.
I'll do my best.
Good.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything else?
Hold on, buddy.
Yes. Flip. Yeah, Flip, hold on. See if you can round up the fuzzy wuzzies and get them to kind of fight. I mean, they have long arms and long legs. They're not just edible treats. Go. Flip.
Yeah.
Cool. Why don't you make me a roll, or Flip can make me a roll. I'm not sure how you want to do it. Let's see what kind of rallying cry Flip can manage here. Meanwhile, you do see Tennison start flying, kind of maneuvering away, trying to. You instructed him to try and hit the one that is with Kira.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Milo.
With Milo,
Because it's
gotcha.
blind, so if it can fly
yeah.
into the...
I gotcha. Cool. Milo, you see Tennison up ahead and is kind of flying in your direction, trying to make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
All right. Well, that's a better idea than what I had. So hang on, I gotta reevaluate my. No, I'm just gonna do it anyway. Milo is realizing where he is stabbing is not doing anything, and so he's just going to maneuver himself on the back and stab the damn thing in the wing, because he needs to get back on the ground because he's had enough of being up here. And
Okay. So yeah. Give me a roll here.
Okay, hang on. So that is going to be a 9, and I'm going to use my hero die for the effect, because nothing was good. Nothing was good.
Hang on a second. Before you use the hero die, let's make sure that you succeed here.
Okay.
A 9.
Oh, come on.
I got a 12.
I want down.
Funny you say that.
What?
As you pull your dust blade out to go to stab at the wing.
And I rolled a 1. Sorry.
And you did roll a 1.
I did roll a 1.
That makes this easier. I'm gonna pay you a plot point. I also rolled a 1, by the way, if anybody wants to use that. You go to stab down on the wing, and in that brief second where you are not attached by sword to the creature, it does this maneuver. It senses that Tennison is right in front of it with the other, and it kind of flips around, and you fly off and are just catapulting through the air at the moment. Kira.
I want to buy
you
one,
can buy it.
one
Yeah, buy it.
Okay.
so I can step down without the dustbuster.
Okay. Got it. Which was at a
D6.
D6, so it's
Now
down to a D4.
So
So on your next turn, just add that D4 and it'll come back to you, and we'll kind of explain how that works. Milo, you are falling through the sky. You weren't that high. You weren't that high up, so the jungle canopy is right below. But I mean, very, very dangerous height. Just not enough time for you to have time to think. Luckily, Tennison swoops down.
Oh, thank God.
Below, comes at you and catches you. Luckily, you're very small, and he catches you. But in doing so, you see this glimmering fly off of him. The relic has fallen off of him in his attempt to catch you, and sailing down towards the ground and lands somewhere in the jungle.
Well, shit.
You so
Should have let me fall.
what was your 1 for your complication die?
That was a D6.
A D6. Okay, cool. We're just gonna say you are nauseous. Okay. Cool beans. Skipper, you are inside the mouth of a monster. What do you want to do?
So in this moment, Skipper's always been one to take big risks. You only live once. You gotta, live it up, have fun. Don't let anything stop you. But this is the first time that they have ever been quite literally face to face with the belly of the beast. So in this moment, I want to verbalize it before I forget. I want to challenge my "you only live once" trait statement, but before the session is over. But after a moment of just panic of oh shit, I didn't think it could ever catch me. Skipper is going to reach for the flashbang grenade on their belt.
Yes.
And turn around, and I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to use my 1 plot point that I have to invoke my special ability, see no evil, or smell no evil, whatever it is, where I can close up my eyes and my ears, and I'm going to throw the flashbang grenade, set it off and throw it down the creature's throat.
Fantastic. So a couple things. First of all, the creature's not so big that you can just stand inside of its mouth. You are kind of awkwardly
push it.
Push it. So you can still kind of chuck it and hope that it gets far enough away from you. But closing off, okay. Cool. So let's make me a roll.
Okay.
For this, I will say you get the asset that is the flashbang, which I'm trying to remember what that was.
They've given me my Tennison, so I don't actually know what the
We'll call it a D8.
I'll add a D8 to this roll, and I'm closing up my my ears and my eyes, and I'm going to roll. Not good. Not good. We got a 1 in there. We have a total of 6 with a D8 effect, and I did roll a 1.
Woohoo.
Right, I'm trying to think of how it would defend against this even. I'm
trying to give it a pill. I'm the vet. And
there's not many ways. It doesn't have much defense inside of its own mouth.
I mean, it has its teeth.
True, but I'm going to use its vicious bite and its constitution, and I'm literally going to roll 2 dice here because nothing else really makes sense. Okay.
It was a 6 was my roll.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, that does fail. Although I don't have an effect die, so I don't know what that means. Anyway, I guess point is, because I rolled a 7 on 1 die, so
my
even with
die is a D8.
Mine's I guess I'd have to use this as my roll and then this my effect die, so that would be a D6 for me. But I did beat you on the roll anyway, so.
Okay.
So you chuck it down there, and nothing happens.
It doesn't go off?
It doesn't go off. You're not sure what's going on. You're just stuck there.
Does it at least choke a little bit?
You don't know. You don't know. You just threw it into darkness, and that's all you close off your senses and everything, and that's it. So.
Oh, damn it. Ew.
Let's see. Let's go to. I don't know. I can't keep track of whose turn it is.
I haven't.
Kira is
Kira.
next,
Let's go to
and then
Kira.
Bradley.
All right, so I am going to try to shoot the creature's jaw to see if I can get it to let go of me, but hold on so I don't fall, and try to swing up on top of its head maybe. So
Okay.
First I'm gonna try to see if it can loosen its grip on me. So we will see, and I would like to challenge my, I think that would be like vigor, or
Yeah.
you think that'd be vigor or willpower? Like just trying to be like, you know what, I'm gonna be brave and I'm gonna do this because this is scary.
Probably willpower. Yeah.
Willpower. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what do I do for that? I add.
So you just triple the die. So what is it currently? A D6?
Right now it's a D10.
A D10? Your willpower?
Because
it was at a
boosted
D8
up.
before.
Mhm.
Okay, so you have 3 D10 to this roll,
Oh gosh. Okay.
and then it'll step down to a D8 for the record. But yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we are going to try to get out of this trucker, and that's kind of all I got. So let's go.
Emma, did you remember to roll that D6 from when you did that flashbang attack for the recklessness of the monster?
I don't know. I had 4 die total. I don't know if
Okay.
I did roll for the. I don't think I did roll for the recklessness of the monster though. I think the 4th one was a plot point that I used. Yeah, no, I used a plot point for my senses. Never mind. I don't know.
Roll a D6 right now. Just curious.
Okay.
Kira, what did you?
Okay, so if I spend a plot point, does that mean I get to add a dice to it with it? Like, does that make sense?
If you spend a plot point, you can add another die. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you
So-
can add another die to your total. Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to do that. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm going to spend a plot point to make, so I'm going to add an 8 and 2 5s and make it an 18 with a D10 effect, but I did roll a D1, or I did roll a 1 on a D10.
Shit. An
So-
18. Okay. Well, that is over 10 more
Okay.
than what I got.
Whew.
So give yourself a D12 and your hero dice if you haven't already. So
Okay.
my highest is D10. And then I also rolled with a 1 if anybody wants to spend a plot point to take that opportunity. So Annie, holy crap, yeah. So Kira, you shoot this thing in the jaw. It opens its mouth to scream, and you fall out of it. With such a high roll, you do kind of catch onto its mouth,
Okay.
and you're hanging there flying.
Can I buy that 1 to almost like gain control of the animal and like has intimidated it to be like, stop it right now and like rear it down at all, or no?
I will say, it won't be like an overall like, it'll be like essentially like charm in D&D,
Okay.
where it's gonna help you try to take control of things and whatnot, but it's not a sure-all thing. So
Sure.
yes, you can. It's a D8, so you can have an asset called we'll say strong arm.
Okay.
And it's a D8 because you have a bit of intimidation factor over this creature at the
Okay.
moment.
And
So
I did
whenever
roll
you,
a 1, so it's a D10. So if there's something that happens to me,
yeah, I think because of the way when you were chomped down on, when the teeth when it opened back up, all of a sudden those what am I trying to say? Punctures
yeah.
in your legs are now bleeding out a bit. So you're just
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a D10. I'll give you a plot point. You're gonna take some
Okay.
damage here.
Okay. I might die, y'all.
That is a 5.
I'm done.
Okay,
Annie, Kira.
So yeah.
Kira, you you're holding on. You have control of this thing, and you're like, oh yes. And your eyes just start to get a little heavy,
Yeah.
and your grip just starts to slowly slip away, and you
Yep.
are falling. You are blacked out,
Yep.
unconscious.
Oh my god.
Real quick, let me go back to Skipper, because with that extra 2 that you rolled from the D6, it did put your 6 above my 7. to an 8. So you're in there like, why didn't it go off? I don't, and then it goes off, and it opens up, and this light comes out, and you just crawl your way out of there, scurrying onto the jungle floor as the creature, and then just swoops up into the sky, leaving you alone, slobbery, and.
Does it look like it took any damage from the grenade inside of it?
Yeah,
Better.
go ahead and roll me what was your effect on that one?
My effect
It
was,
was,
actually pretty good. It was
like a D10 or something.
It was I think it was a D8.
D8. Okay, roll me a D8.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. Let me clear and re-roll. 2.
Dang. Stupid dude. Okay. All right. I think we were going to Chomper next.
Technically, we're going to Flip and then Chomper.
Okay. Yes.
Flip has rolled a 10, but he rolled 2 1s, and this
Okay.
was just to get the Fuzzy Wuzzies to fight.
Okay.
And yeah.
Let's see. A 10. Flip does his best. The language barrier does not help. He's trying to incite some sort of rallying cry for them. They either don't understand or just are too scared to care. It doesn't seem to be working. Flip gets the sense that these creatures don't know how to fight back yet. They have not yet evolved to a place. Right now it's all about just, you eat and you sleep and you worship the big snaky thing. Like, that's it. And then you run whenever these creatures come. That's what you do.
Oh no.
It's a good try, but just not a high enough roll there. Does Chomper want to do anything?
Yeah, Chomper wants to try to catch Kira.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, yeah, you see Kira falling, gaining speed.
Yeah, careful.
Don't break your back again.
I'd rather break my back than have one of my best mates die.
Oh.
So, ignoring the laws of physics, let's just talking about this from simply a story standpoint. Go ahead and roll to help see how you can catch Kira. I'm gonna tell you up front. It's gonna be, we'll say an 11. You have to beat an 11. It's gonna be challenging, but you're good at catching things. So.
All the stops. She's kind of weak.
Come on. Woo!
Oh! Okay. So I got a 16. I did roll a D10 on a D10. 2 D6s on D6s. I did get a 1 though.
Wow.
But shouldn't the if you max out a dice, if we get a D10 on a D10, doesn't that do anything?
Not technically.
Son of a bitch!
But for the really cool.
But maybe we should make it do something. What's a good? I don't know. Let's make a house rule here. What's a good outcome if you max out, if you get the highest number on a die? It can't be something crazy powerful because it could happen quite frequently. But
Did Bradley max out all 3 two 6s on?
I think that should cancel out a 1.
Yeah, I think that.
Did that cancel out a 1?
What if he does more than one? If he maxes out on more than 1 die?
Yeah,
We'll
he
just
maxed out
say-
on 3 die.
we'll say any time that you max out a die, you can cancel a 1.
Oh.
If you want to. You don't have to, because sometimes you want ones to give yourself plot points.
Mhm.
So, okay, that's fine. House
Thank
rule,
you, Justin.
if you max a die, it can cancel a 1 that you've rolled in that same roll.
Yay!
Okay. Regardless, you rolled a 16. The DC was an 11, so that is a heroic heroic feat, a heroic thing. So that's a D6 added to your heroic dice. And you catch her. You describe to me how you catch her, Bradley.
I actually go on all fours, running as fast as I can under her, and then I jump as high as I can in order to minimize the distance that she's falling, and hopefully, as heavy as I am, match her speed coming down in order to catch her. It's Superman physics, you know.
Sure, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Chomper's so
Okay,
cool.
and you kind of, basket catch, and she is in your arms. She's breathing. She's not doing well though. I need to recap what it means when you hit 0 real quick on my own head,
There's
because
something
we
about,
haven't had this happen yet.
isn't it like if you go negative past like how many points you had?
Yeah.
I know
have 8
that's the
points.
yeah.
So if you
Is
go
that
to
what it is here
negative
too? I know it's D&D. Life points.
When you drop to
let's see.
0 life points, you are knocked out of the fight. However, you may spend 1 plot point to stay conscious and steady. You remain at
Oh.
0 life points, however. Any further damage any further damage you take will continue to push you into the negative. If the total negative amount of damage is equal to the original life point score, your character dies.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay, so I need to use a plot point to stay stable.
Stay stable
Okay, then I'll use it. I used it.
And
Unstable.
conscious.
and conscious. So you kind of, as he catches you, you kind of open your eyes a little bit and see Chomper there.
Sun shining behind his head.
Yeah.
The dust is flying.
And
Probably throws up. Not gonna lie. Sorry,
That's gross, mate. That's real gross. But
buddy.
you're
Um,
Sorry.
cool. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, you
Chomper?
basically can't do anything else in the fight. You're kind of knocked out of the fight at this point.
Okay, I'm good.
Meanwhile,
Thanks, buddy.
Milo.
Milo.
Okay, so I'm actually going to challenge my captain's heart, which I think is a protector. I'm going to challenge that, and so Tennison grabbed Milo, right? And
Yes.
did Tennison like put him on the ground, or?
You're still in the air right now. He's still flying you towards the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
Just where to, Captain?
Put me on the ground. Put me on the ground. Jesus Christ, get me out of the air.
But
Like-
where? And who's Jesus Christ?
Oh, all right. Jiminy Cricket, put me on the ground.
Here's a fish.
Jiminy Cricket is
Jiminy
Zoa's
Cricket.
version of Jesus Christ.
That really chill dude.
Yeah.
He was always telling
Um,
people to do good.
Yeah.
Jiminy
Um,
Cricket.
alone.
So you, so good. He puts you back in the danger, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, and Milo, he looks at all these giant birds. Nothing is working.
Yeah.
Skipper just exploded a bird and like walked out, but the bird still doesn't seem to be damaged. And Kira is like dying somewhat. And Milo's gonna run into the forest and he's gonna look for the relic. He doesn't know what to do, so he's gonna run.
Okay.
And he's just gonna
Um,
look for the relic.
Okay. Cool.
He's scared.
Make me some sort of a check to see if you can find where it's at. I'll say this is going to be a DC 7 because it does stand out quite a bit.
Okay, so I rolled a 9 with a D10 effect, and I have a 1.
Okay, if you want to use that D10 on to build yourself an asset or to lower a complication, you can do so. You are still nauseous technically. If you wanted
Yeah.
to use that D10, that would step it down one. Yeah, I mean basically it would just remove your nausea completely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so go ahead and add a D6 to your growth pool for that one, overcoming it, and you search. You're looking desperately. It's not here, and right when you think that, you spot it. It is kind of leaning up against like a mossy log. this chromium splinter of metal.
And Milo's gonna run up to it, and he's just gonna grab it, and because it's supposed to have some sort of power, right?
Yeah.
In theory. And so he's gonna take it, and he's just gonna he's gonna grab it, maybe shake it, maybe hit it. I don't know. He's kind of scared and desperate right now, and he's just gonna say, "Do something, you stupid frickin' rock!"
I want to say that when Skipper saw Milo run into the jungle, they ran after Milo, so they would bear witness to whatever's happening right now.
Okay. Very cool.
But yeah, he's gonna hit it, and he's gonna like say, "Do something, you stupid rock! Call the big snake!" Like it's just like he doesn't know what else to do. But on the painting, the snake seems to be the only thing that really does anything, and his friends are getting eaten right now, and he's freaking out. He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. So Milo, you shake this relic. Chomper holding Kira. Look, all these like 4 more of these swooping creatures are coming over. You look. I mean, it's kind of like this war scene where these fuzzy wuzzies are, running and just like it's insane. It's sad. And Skipper, you're running through the jungle. You stop as you see Milo shaking it, saying, "Do something, you stupid thing." And Skipper, you bear witness as Milo, you're holding this relic, and it's slightly large, and you see it starts to have a faint glow, and then it starts to melt. And as it melts, it is covering itself, covering your fingers, your hands, your paws, as it moves up your body,
Milo!
covering your entire person until you are like a little metal person, and then you're glowing, and it starts to Milo, so Skipper, that's what you see. Milo, you find that you are in that same cavern where you met Silgrit. You see Silgrit there before you. And there's no speaking that occurs. It's just you feel this presence, you feel this, you understand what's happening immediately in your mind. This relic, as Silgrit said, a piece of her was kind of left inside of it when she broke the bond. And that's, as she said, it is the same regard for every relic. It kind of takes a piece of you with it when you break the bond. And that is something that would destroy most creatures, but for Mystazoa, of course, they are resilient enough to survive after that. Point is, you feel all of the knowledge, all of that knowledge that Silgrit was keeping, a fraction, just a fragment of that, is inside of this chromium and now inside of you. So you go ahead and boost your intellect score to a D12.
Holy shit, that's a huge jump.
Yeah.
And Milo, you just feel this kind of like a hint, like just the smallest percentage of omnipotence. As Skipper, you watch all of that metal just instantly disappears off Milo. You don't see it anymore. But Milo, you feel it inside of you.
Oh God.
You also feel some sort of, you can feel it kind of, it feels different, but it's not painful. And you instinctively feel like you could trigger something inside of you if you wanted to. Some little perk, some little boost. if you wanted to.
Yes, I do. If it helps, yes.
Yeah, I mean, and so you think that, and instantly, Skipper, you watch as 2 metal legs just like fling out of Milo's back, and then stick to the ground and lift Milo up, kind of like Dr. Octopus or something.
Yeah.
Two metal spider legs are coming out of Milo's back. Milo, you can use these in any way that you see fit, as weapons, they are like climbing utensils, basically climbing tools. They will help you run faster. They will help you climb. Whatever you want to do, they are 2 metal spider legs, basically, that you can just trigger with a thought.
Okay, that's creepy.
Holy cow.
So, with that, Milo, what do you do?
I think he's gonna throw up real quick. Nasha came back.
A lot of puke in this episode.
Low constitution.
Yeah, this is a pukey episode.
But then I think like he hears like the screech of one of those birds, and I think he's gonna use the legs to climb up in a tree, and he's gonna try and leap at one.
Whoa.
Milo.
You just climbing up this tree. You just
My intelligence is busted up.
Yeah. Go
Things are
ahead.
clear.
make me an attack here to see. And I will say with the spider legs. Well, the spider legs let you do it quicker, and
Yeah.
they're not really gonna add anything to your roll necessarily. It's just kind of another inherent ability.
All right. And I'm gonna utilize Jumping Bean, but I'm gonna utilize my special effect, which is Leap of Faith, which I get to spend a plot point to double or step up this die for 1 roll,
Sick.
and I'm going to double it, so that's an extra d6.
If there was ever a time, it's now.
That's every time it's now. I also forgot I had that special effect until just now. And I think that's that. And oh yeah. Sorry, I added it. No, go away. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I just made a mistake. So I just accidentally added in an extra d6, and then I somehow just rolled that 1, and that's not supposed to be there. So
That's
just
right.
so you guys
Ignore
know.
that. I can't even see it, so you're fine. Just
Okay, so that is a 14 with a what number is it? D8 effect.
nice. Well, I got a 12. So you, with this leap of faith, and just like fling your body with like your 2 legs behind you. Super cool. Somebody make some fan art. And just fly like over on top of and stick both of your legs into the body and hold on. And you are just like maneuvering, like you're kind of like
It's so weird.
suspended on top of this creature. And as you do, go ahead and make the damage for me.
Okay. It's a 2, I swear to God. You motherfucker, it's worse, it's a 1!
No.
Hates everything!
Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter because as you see, the one is just from stabbing into it with your legs. From there, the creature like screams, but the scream it seems different than before. It's not a scream of pain. It's a call, if you will. And you see all of the rest of you watch as all of the other winged creatures start flying up. More and more are coming from all around the jungle. Dozens are swirling around you in this kind of like tornado-esque formation until Milo, with your new intelligence, you immediately recognize that you are now the alpha of this pack, if you will. You remember with your intelligence being so high, you remember that the wall paintings depicted that these creatures kind of bowed down to the basilisk as well.
Oh.
There's something about this relic, you would guess, that has a commanding presence to the creatures around you. So they seem to be following your beck and call.
Oh God. Okay.
All of
Milo
you
may
are
watch
watching
the
this from the ground as well, by the way.
Who
Tennyson lands
back
next
to
to
a-
you.
Chomper and Kira.
I guess Milo's going to tell them, leave this place and never harm these creatures again. They are under my protection. I don't know.
Okay.
Milo has high intelligence. I do not.
Yeah. So you tell them that now?
Yes.
All right. They all start kind of fluttering off, flying out back into the jungle. The one that you're on, what do you want to do?
I'm going to jump off it, I guess.
Okay.
I feel if I kill them, it's gonna leave a bad note with them, like the birds. Yeah.
Then do you want it to let you land, or do you want to?
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to let me land. I wanted to
Okay,
land
okay.
and let me walk off of it,
Okay, great.
back
great,
on
great.
sweet solid
So-
ground.
I didn't know if you want to keep riding it or whatever.
thank
So you fly down, and you kind of leap off of it, and then it flies off, and you instinctively, do you keep your legs out, or?
No, I think they go back in.
Yeah, they
He's
just
like
melt, dissolve back in. It's exactly the same type of melding a feature that the menagerie had on themselves, with the way that their arms would shift into different shapes and weapons and things like that.
Oh my god. I may have made a mistake.
Whoa.
So
What? Kira's like so confused.
Tennyson is like right next to you, and
Mhm.
he's just mumbling to himself all the different like theories that this brings up for him. He seems to be both very excited and mostly just excited.
So, funny story. We dropped the relic. I found the relic, and now it's in me.
Oh, Tennison says as he continues doing more thinking.
So let's go find that snake.
Skipper's going to go over to Kira and try to do a medicine roll of some sort, because we
Great.
all have med packs and I have lifeguard
You
training.
Am I
You do.
gonna die?
I don't know.
Are you gonna die?
I might.
I might.
She's very accepting when she's dying.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine roll here. Again, you just roll your a regular roll, and I need to remember.
What do you mean when you say like make a dice pool?
Make a
roll a
dice pool.
regular
Yep,
roll?
yep. Okay, so I have 2d6 plus any complication. Are there any complications you have, Kira, at the moment?
I got rid of my
No,
complications.
you're good. So I'm just gonna roll 2d6 against whatever Emma
Thank
rolls
goodness.
here.
Okay.
Goodness.
Okay,
What did you get?
I got an 8.
Cool. I have a 10 or an 11 with a D6 effect or D8 effect.
Okay, cool. So you get 3 plus whatever your effect is. So go ahead and roll the effect die.
Okay.
Because the 3 comes from the difference between the two. 11 to 8.
3 plus 6, 9 points back.
So 9 points back
Wow.
Yo.
to you, Kira.
Oh,
As everybody takes a moment here, you all just kind of sit and rest in this little common courtyard area outside of the temple. The fluffy wuffies, what are we calling them? Fluffy wuffies?
Fuzzy wuzzies.
Fuzzy wuzzies. The fuzzy wuzzies are. It's an interesting thing they're not really mourning by any means. This is just a way of life for them. There's no grieving going on. So for them, it's just like, okay, well, let's pick everything back up. A few people are kind of like patching up some roofs and things like that on their little hovels. The purple one comes over to you, again, the leader, it would seem. Blinking and high and hand. Kira, you gather with your prior assets and whatnot that you've created with them. You gather that it's a bit of like a thank you, and more of just like a curiosity. You can tell that those that most of them are kind of just staying on their own. A few though have come over and are very, very interested in Milo. Hector at this point comes over your echoes. Hey there, just saw a huge flock of some sort of creatures coming this way. Is that should I be concerned?
Well, you could have been.
Well,
it's under control now. They're gone.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. I didn't think to call you. That's my bad.
Well, you know
Bad
how
Captain.
Ebley gets. He just starts talking your ear off. And,
Oh, yeah.
Do I have ears? I'm a crab. I don't know.
That's a great question.
Metaphorical ears. That's what I've always called them. Okay then. Hector out.
All right, bye. So we needed to head towards the desert, right? That was the thingy. That was agreed. Like, what was the plan? Okay.
If that's where we think the relic is, then yes, we should head towards the desert.
Is there any way Milo can Milo like feel which way to go out into the desert to find the other one? Or
I mean, you guys saw from the temple when you looked out.
Mm-hmm.
The desert is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're basically on the border, if you will, or on on the limits of the jungle, and the desert's right there. And you did see a lot of holes in the ground from where you would assume this basilisk is burrowing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yes, with the relic, you're definitely being pulled that direction.
Okay. So are we good to go? How you doing, Kira? You good to travel?
Legs a little tender, not gonna lie. But yeah, I think I should be okay. Might have to go a little slower. Slow, but
would it behoove us
Sparrow.
to take a rest? Would we want to maybe go back on the ship?
Tennison? Did you get hurt at all?
Oh, did I? No. Well, yes, a little bit, but I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I don't know what Darrington's voice was for Tennison. It's hard
close
to mimic.
enough.
It's very hard to mimic.
Does everyone want to take a break? A little breaky?
I mean, maybe a second I could bandage myself a little bit better,
Mhm.
maybe, and
Yeah. Let's
pull
take
out
a quick
my medicine
rest.
kit too, and see if I can gain some hit points back.
Awesome.
I
Maybe
will
we could have
also
Hector
roll.
come closer here now that we know. Well, we've seemed to have dispersed the biggest threat in the area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, we still have the canary. It's parked on
That's
the
what it's
lake.
called, the
We could-
canary.
That's true.
We could just take that out, and
Mhm.
Hector could still pull
That too.
it.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
Let's take the canary. Unless
Sorry.
Kira, like I don't let's maybe we should take a break. Let you heal up because
I mean, I would appreciate that. I also kind of want to ask you why do you have metal arms? What happened? I was passed out and then I woke up and now you have arms? Isn't that dangerous? Aren't you not supposed to like bond yourself to that?
was I not supposed to?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's pretty cool. Like, don't get me wrong, it's pretty badass. I'm just, we might look into that. Tennison, what do you think?
I mean, I didn't think it was going to do that. I thought it was going to call the big snake guy.
I'm glad it happened. You saved our asses, but now I'm worried about you.
I am too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Skipper's gonna walk away and go do a medicine check on themselves.
Good. Self-care is important.
Yeah, so some time. Oh, go ahead, Milo.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
So a little bit of time, a little more time passes as you kind of rest up here. So quick question, after Emma does this check, do you want to take the canary back to the ship, or are you taking the canary out to the desert?
We're good. Let's take it back to the ship so that Kira can get
All right.
fully healed.
And then we can have our full, our
Rest.
utility for what we need in the desert.
I would like to
Yep.
roll as well to see if I can help myself boost some hit points again for personal. I don't know if I have.
So you can only do it once per session. No,
Oh,
you can
okay.
do it. You can do it multiple times.
Okay.
Trying to remember what the thing was there, just so that you're not like constantly
No,
healing.
Skipper
Let's-
helped me get stable. Is there anything I could help myself? If not, that's fine. I can wait till next.
I will say, I'll say
says that-
yes, but I think let's just wait till you get back to the ship for that,
Okay, that's
because
fine.
it'll be more like a recovery check for everybody, just kind of as you rest.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
What did you roll for yourself, Skipper?
11 with a D6 effect.
Okay, well, I got another 8, so go ahead and roll your d6 and add 3 to it.
Chomper, thank you.
So you all get back into the canary, and the fuzzy wuzzies all like kind of watch as you sail off back up over the trees, over the
Wait,
jungle.
hold
and-
on, just before we go, hold on. I
Okay.
need to do something. And Chopper holds out his hand and Dustbuster. Thank you.
Oh, right.
All
Sorry about that.
right.
And it comes back to you. As you all sail back to the sting, and you get there, Hector greets you all. You all kind of just immediately take some time to rest. We'll just say, for the sake of time, you catch up the crew on everything that went down. Do you tell them everything? Is there anything you guys are keeping away from them? Okay, so you tell them everything. You take a few hours here to rest. We will do. Let's do this recovery here. Hang on a second. Let me find it. So there it is. So yes, everybody go ahead and roll me. Every character will automatically revive life points. Roll a vigor die
Okay.
and add that many automatic points back for yourself.
Okay. Come on, buddy. Every bit counts.
Okay.
And then, if anybody else wants to make a recovery roll here to try and get yourself back on, go ahead and make a dice pool for that. And I'll remind you, we made an asset for the medicine packs, didn't we?
I
Mhm.
think we
Did
did.
we, or did we just
I don't
say
have
that was
one.
kind of like a
thought it
dust
was
shot
rolled-
where it's
I thought it was rolled into the echo.
Yeah, it's part of the echo, I think.
right? I just meant you don't add anything to your roll for that.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay, never mind. So just if anybody wants to roll to recover some more hit points, go ahead and roll make a dice pool basically, and I'll roll against you here.
I'm all full. All filled up.
Cool.
Full tank.
I rolled. So
Okay, and you don't have any complications against you right now, right?
correct.
Okay. I got a 6.
I got an 8 with the D6 effect.
Okay, so 2 plus your D6. Go ahead and roll your D6.
5. So
Great.
Nice.
Kira, you doing it again?
Yes, I rolled an 11. And I'm gonna use a D8 effect.
Ooh, well, I got a 3 that time. So that is 8 points plus your D, whatever effect you just wanted to roll.
Okay. Whew.
So you're pretty much going to be back to full, I
gonna be good.
believe.
Yep.
Okay.
Good choice, y'all. Good choice.
So you take a good, we'll say like 6 hours. As you recover, each of you kind of takes a moment yourselves. If anybody wants to role play this, let me just go around the ship real quick and just see what everybody's doing in their downtime. So I think Tennison is in his workshop, tinker room, kind of resting, talking, writing out hypotheses to what this could mean as far as chromium, trying to figure out the what do you call it? I don't know, science term. Yeah, I know. I was thinking components, but
Properties.
properties. Thank you. The properties of chromium. So he's kind of taking his time in there. What do you think you're doing, Skipper?
Skipper is probably off by themselves. They had a pretty traumatic experience with almost getting eaten, and I want to like do my growth pool thing. Like I want to, but I think we can do that off camera. So role play wise, I think Skipper's just kind of like swimming down in the tanks.
Cool. Sorry, writing a note here. Skipper. Okay. Yeah. So
I think
you're just kind of.
They specifically have not like talked to Milo at all since everything that happened.
Sure. Sure. So you're kind of down like in the water area. I think Ebley, Skipper, is that you?
Yes, Ambassador Emily, it is me. We're back.
Ah, well, I'm glad to see that you all came back safely. I heard a little bit from Theodore Bilroth about what a funny fellow, by the way, about your most recent adventure there. Quite interesting. Alien life. Who would have thought?
Yes, very interesting. Indeed.
Yes.
I'm going to swim some laps now.
Oh.
Don't mean to be rude. I just, it's important
No.
to stay in shape, even especially
Yes.
in space.
Of course. You do that. Goes back to.
Thank you.
And you take your time. Chomper, what are you doing?
Flip and I have moved to the aft of the ship on the deck. Just sitting there, he's clearing out his little tubular nest that he has on my shoulder, kind of shifting things around, because every time we jump and move and do all these things, his entire apartment just goes flippity floppity. So it's like
everything
redecorating
down.
every time I move, and I'm sorry about that, but and I'm just trying to gather my thoughts in terms of everything that we've been doing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think you take your time to yourself. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep going. Sorry, I was trying to decide if I wanted to. Yeah. Okay. Milo.
Milo's gonna go find Skipper.
Okay. Eventually you see she is swimming laps.
Yeah, he kind of figured that's where she'd be. It seems to be where she always goes on the ship when she's upset. And he's just gonna sit next to the pool and just kind of watch her swim laps for a while. And he's gonna try and get her attention.
You would notice that she's swimming very, very, very fast. Like probably like as fast as you've ever seen her swim back and forth.
Hey, can you hear me?
She swims a couple more laps, and then when she goes back to the side that Milo's on and pops up for some air, she says, "Oh, hello, Milo.
Hi.
Coming for a swim?"
Yeah, sure. And Milo's just gonna take off his shoes and the top and just jump in the water, and he's just gonna stand there.
You mean wade there because
Wade
you're
there,
like
yeah. He's
a
gonna
foot
tread
tall?
water.
You do remember how to swim, don't you?
Mhm.
Go on.
It's been a hot minute.
Well, I won't let you drown. Yeah.
And I guess he's gonna try and he's gonna doggy paddle a little, and he doesn't want his ears to get wet, and so he's trying to keep his head above water. And he's just like, so been kind of crazy lately. I feel like we don't talk anymore.
Yeah, not much time to talk when you're trying to save the universe, is there?
No, not really, but I miss you. I think that's weird to say on a ship when there's only a few of us, but I miss you. I feel like things have changed between us, and it really sucks, because I feel like I used to be able to talk to you about anything, and a lot's happening right now, and I'm kind of scared. And I'm scared that I don't know, that I don't know. I've just lost my family, lost my girl, lost my planet, and I'm on a ship with you, and I've lost my friend. And so I want to talk, because I don't like not talking. It's not fair to us, and it's not fair to the crew. We've been making things pretty hard for them, even when we're fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, we're still friends. I'm still a little bit mad that you destroyed my map, but I'm not like, I know, I'm not mad at you. It's just been very difficult with you being in charge and me not really liking anyone who's in charge.
I'm still me.
But you're not. You're Captain Milo, which is different than my friend Milo. And that's a little bit difficult, but mostly Milo, it was really fucking scary to watch you take that relic, get all medally, and then have two giant spider legs pop out of your back. Do you know how scary that was to see my best friend do something so reckless? You could have died.
You're one to talk! You let loose an explosive while inside an animal! An alien animal! You've been extremely reckless this entire trip! There's been multiple times you've almost died. Chomper's had to catch you falling out of the sky multiple times. And now Kira's doing
not
it
laughing,
too. Now everybody's
but Emma's laughing.
But you've been
Yeah.
you've been extremely reckless, and it scared me.
I know, and I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I have been, and I will try not to do that anymore. But only if you promise me that you'll do the same, and you'll don't know. I want us to work as a team. I want to be able to talk to each other too, and know that you're here. I also lost my whole family, and now I'm on a ship here with you guys who have been my best friends all through school, and this is scary shit. And
It is.
you're right. We have to work together if we're going to save our friends and our family. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I'm sorry about your map.
It's all right. I sketched a new one.
Oh.
It's not as good, but it's something. And Skipper is going to swim underneath Milo and then like pop up underneath him so that Milo can ride on Skipper's back. And she's going to say, now I'm going to keep practicing my laps because clearly I'm not fast enough, or else I would not have ended up in the mouth of that creature. And you can stay with me if you would like to, or I can let you off at the other end of the pool.
You can let me off, but I'll watch you. I'll time you.
You can time me. And Mr. Skipper is laughing this time. And they let Milo off and begin to swim laps as fast as they can in an attempt to step up their agility die, because clearly they are not the fastest creature in the world.
And we pan over to the neighboring pool where you see Pyre and Ebley is just these children.
We're all doomed.
Kira.
So is Theodore like surgeon actually a surgeon, and could he help me stitch up some of my gaping wounds?
Maybe you can ask him to.
Or like help him bandage them properly, because she would like to do that. But in her mind, seeing everybody like get on the ship and then disperse, she is like, okay, what do we need to do? And she is going to get all the like rations and food that she can find and put out like a nice little display table for everybody to sit down and have a nice meal. So after taking care of her legs, she's gonna like echo everybody and be like, if everybody could just please join me in the dining hall, aka that random room that nothing's in.
Yeah.
I would really appreciate that.
So first of all, as you go to Theodore and
Yeah.
Of course I'm a surgeon. I'm a mallard surgeon.
Good.
That's not to say I only do surgery on mallards. I am simply a mallard who does surgery. Now, usually I have a high cost, but seeing as how you have, oh no, Bradley is no longer with.
Sorry. Hold on.
Seeing as
Oh.
how
Oh, there you are, Bradley.
my crew and I have saved your life from a band of pirates, I think you owe me one.
Yes, I couldn't have said it better myself. So let's take a look, shall we? And yeah, he stitches you up. He's actually very good. Very, very good. Steady wings, I guess. I guess he doesn't have hands. He kind of has wings and kind of, uses them very well. And then Emma, I don't know if you heard, but on the echoes, Kira had invited everyone to a makeshift dining hall for a group meal.
You
Oh,
walk
yeah.
in, and she has done her best to find like a tablecloth, maybe an old sail. She like put over the table and like put like maybe our flashlights instead of candles like there in the center, and just like made a nice display. And when you all walk in, she's basically like, all right, I am a firm believer in treat yourself. So we are going to sit down, no talk about business. We're just going to enjoy ourselves and rest, because we deserve it. Every single one of you on this crew, I'm proud of every single one of you. And I almost died today, and I didn't because of all of you, and mainly because of you, Chomper. So you sit down and you enjoy, okay? Okay, we're sitting down. She's gonna sit down and start eating.
Hey, Mom.
Okay, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Good. And I love you all dearly.
Shay is sitting next to you, Kira, and as you sit down and start eating, she just turns and smiles at you and gives a nod and starts eating as well. Hector's digging in. Dresden and Tennison come in a little right in the middle of your speech there, and sit down and yeah, all of you are smiling, having a bit of a solace together and camaraderie inside your ship, with the knowledge that this next battle may be your last. Who knows? There's a basilisk here, there's other monsters elsewhere, there's Mystazoa, there's Menagerum, you have a missing planet, but none of that matters right now, as you are just bonding with family. And that's where we'll stop today's session. Fantastic, y'all. That was fun. Thank you for sticking with us through some of the, I know I had some weird things going on. I don't know if there's any technical things, but thank you so much again to Kelsey and Ryan for literally making this possible this week and last week. We could not have done it without them. They are angels and we love them. Also, and they're beautiful angels too. Ooh, so beautiful.
So sexy.
And also, thank you so much to everybody who's watching. Did we get any more plot points? I can't see the chat, so I'm not sure. Was anybody keeping an eye on?
I don't think
I don't believe so.
Okay, great. Well, no worries. And thank you to everyone who was watching. And yeah, so we'll be back next week. I will be able to be home, and hopefully we'll have Darrington back as well. So probably gonna take on Ogrim the Humble, the Basilisk, next week. So we'll see how that goes. Exciting stuff. Yeah. But thanks for watching again. We will be doing a raid. Yes, we'll be raiding Stream of Blood. Sounds fun. I love it. So stick around for that. Go give them some love and some support. And we'll see you next week. Until then, love each other and thank you so much. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.